Charlie Huff, Key West reporter. Word on the street is there are new kids at the school, and I'm intending to hang out with them. So let's go.
All right, gentlemen. I want to get serious for a minute. I want to know, who are Brice and Daniel? Where did Brice and Daniel come from?
I'm Daniel, and I came from Oklahoma.
And I'm Brice, and I came from Canyon, Texas.
For what reasons exactly did you have to move?
Well, I moved because of my dad's job, so, yeah.
Yeah, it was the same reason for me. My dad's job. Just, yeah.
All right, so what were your thoughts and emotions when you found out you had to move? Because did you really have any say in it?
No, not really. My mom was just like, hey, what if we move to St. Louis? I was like, I don't want to do that. And then she was like, okay. And then a few months later, she was like, we're moving. And so I was like, oh, okay. But, yeah, I didn't really think that much of it at the time. And then, like, that last week in Oklahoma, it was really sad. Like, I made some new friends. We all hung out, and then I had to leave them. And it was sad. But I made a lot of new friends here.
I would like to know how you felt about the matter, Brice.
So, like, kind of at first, like, I was just like, yo, whatever, let's move. And then, because, like, it was like a tiny little town, and everyone always was like, oh, hey, yeah, can't wait to move out of here, blah, 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 blah. But then, like, once it actually starts happening, like, once my parents told me that we were going to move, I had, like, a month. This was, like, a pretty short notice. And then I was gone. And so I moved it, like, oh, geez, I don't even know. I got here on, like, December 1st, 2013. So I've lived here for a little bit. But I went to Parkway South for a semester. And I got here, and then I had no school until the second semester. So it was, like, forever that I wasn't even in school, and that sucked real bad. Like,
Oh my gosh.
everyone is probably like, oh my gosh, that must be so awesome. You don't have school. And then it's like, oh, wait, you don't know anyone. And so... And then went to school. Then I knew a bunch of people that go to Parkway West because of church. Mm-hmm. So I transferred to Parkway West this year, and yeah.
So having to make new friends again, was that pretty rough? Considering you had to, leave the relationships you had established back home.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I never really thought about, like, oh, I have to make friends or whatever, because I always just had friends.
Right.
So it was just like, oh, let me go chill with all my friends. And then here it's like, oh, crap, who am I going to go hang out with?
But I kind of felt the same way. It's just like, when you've lived somewhere for a long time, you have friends, and then when you move, it's all of a sudden like you don't know anyone. And like, back home, I would walk into a class on the first day of school and be like, hey, friends, because you know everyone. And then here, everyone else knows everyone, but nobody knows you, and you don't know anyone else. So, like, the most awkward thing is in the first couple weeks of school when the teacher says, pick a partner. That is the worst. Because you're just like, oh, I don't know anyone. And then everyone's like, yeah, we don't know you.
So and then, like, everyone's just like, what's a you? And then you're like, okay, I guess I'm supposed to find someone.
Sometimes it's easy to just go to the teacher, and then it's awkward because you're like, I don't have friends. Can you find me a friend, teacher? And then usually the teacher will be nice and be like, hey, you can join this group that didn't pick you.
Whether you like it or not, it's something you have to come to grips with, that you are here, and there's not much you can do about it. Are you trying to make the best of it?
Yeah. And you just like talk to people that you don't know and try to make friends, and it pretty much just works itself out if you just have to do your part.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is there any advice you would want to give to new kids who would maybe perhaps potentially be coming in with a similar situation to you two?
Don't be shy.
Join clubs and other things, sports, etc., etc.
As long as you have people that you know and people that you like to be around, then you'll be good.
Very cool. All right, so you're new, is that correct?
Yeah.
I knew it. All right, so what is your like full name? I heard it's kind of like a mouthful.
My full name, including middle name, or just the whole name?
Yeah, no, your whole name.
My whole name is Abdulaziz Akram Jabir.
Okay, so yeah, what's your story? I guess full detail.
Well, I grown up in Hillsborough, Missouri, or Cedar Hill, and we moved because my little brother had private school up here, and my mom worked in the city. So my mom was like, "Oh, you have to move in the middle of your senior year."
That sucks.
Yeah,
honestly.
and I can't graduate with the people I grew up with. But hey, that's whatever.
How far away is like Hillsborough, like in proportion to like Chesterfield, Missouri?
What do you mean by that?
Like,
how far is?
yeah, like is it just
it's
like
probably like about from here 50 minutes, 45. Yeah, it isn't too bad. We used to drive up here just because certain things like with like some sort of community that we were involved in, and so I mean I'm kind of familiar with some of the area, but other than that, no. I'm aware of like the Costco's, and
Yeah.
all the way like down Manchester.
yeah,
Yeah,
I got you. Like the Best Buy and the
all that.
Walmart. Yeah. So how is that like going? Having to like transfer mid-year, senior year. Is it?
It's
I mean, obviously pretty rough.
Yeah, it's good, but there's some difficulties with some of my classes I don't like. Classes that is kind of, I don't know. But other than that, a lot of people actually are really nice and stuff like that. And a lot of people, like, it's kind of odd because a lot of people kind of depend on me more, like, as of a source. And literally, today I was cradling a grown man because he went through a breakup, and I kind of barely know him. And it was very open and interesting because I am that person to go out there and help people like that. And it's definitely an experience that I probably wouldn't see in my old school.
Yeah, that was here at West. Dang.
Yeah, it's pretty much, people are more, I feel like I get more attention here, and something at my old school, I guess I kind of grew up as that weird kid, so when I actually like blossomed and I actually cared about my like appearance, and I grew to the person I am today, and I feel like my old school is kind of reserved in that weird old town way where they just kind of don't want to look you different from the time where you were, where I'm at here, and the time when I was a little kid. So, and definitely a lot more potential, like when I talk to people, they definitely see more potential in me of what I can achieve than from my old school, just because like I was just really weird. I'm growing up really weird. But
I mean, who wasn't? All right, so Ethan, I want to hear your story.
My story.
Yeah.
All right. So I lived in Ogden, Utah.
Okay.
Dad got a better job offer, and he decided to take it, so we moved out here in the middle of my senior year, which sucks, but people here have been really friendly and nice, so I feel pretty welcomed.
So you weren't really like consulted on the whole situation. They were just kind of like, we're moving.
Yeah, they talked to us about it, but I know if we could have stayed, they would have. You know, they would have figured out how, but things are pretty hard, so we had to move.
You leave behind any like girlfriends or anything like that?
No.
Oh, Ethan, you sly dog. So senior year is almost over. College is right around the corner. What are you thinking for college?
Either Utah State or Weber State.
Okay. So where's you said Weber State?
Weber.
That's Utah.
Yeah, it's
also.
It's in Ogden. It's just down the street from where I used to live.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Cool campus.
Yep. Utah State's is better though. So.
How are your emotions towards having to move?
It would have been different if it wasn't the middle of my senior year.
Yeah.
They were, I don't know, kind of mixed around. Like, I'm always down for change, but it just wasn't the right time, I guess. So, I mean, if it was, summer of my junior year, or even if I started my senior year here, I guess it would have been different. But it sucked saying bye to everyone.
You kind of settling in, like you found like a niche.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, I think I got it.
It's nice to have a niche.
Yeah, it's
for sure.
Love having niches, bro.
So for anyone who may be like in a similar situation, who might be like a potential new kid moving from out of town or whatever the situation be, what advice would you like to give them?
Jeez, I don't even know. Be yourself, I guess. Don't be someone you're not, because that's not good. Be outgoing, be friendly, know your place.